Okay, it's Sam here, just starting a session on website 1. Maybe someone will join me, not sure. Maybe just be solo. I want to try and keep myself relatively focused on this PayPal integration malarkey for website 1. Bing, bada, bong, bong, bing, bing, bing. Yes, so I just made a little extra change, which is stayed green, which is, I think, the way to go. Ooh, I haven't been pushed up. Oh, that's annoying. Oh, goodness. I've just run this, and it's passed locally, but have I not? I managed to not get push origin. There was like a minor 1436. Do that. It's going to get some sort of conflicts. It says everything up to date. I thought what I had just had, have I not saved the file? Oh, ridiculous. Let's get rid of that one and that one for the moment. That's here. Subscriptions controller. I'm expecting, I just thought, like, there's this, the PayPal doesn't have the, what is the, you're telling me, yeah, that's going to sponsor via PayPal. From the wrong branch. Okay. Right. Tell them, Matt, I'm going off Slack for a moment. If you need me, find me next hour. Okay. Right. So I think, well, I'm gonna merge this in for getting that out of the way, and then I'm gonna git checkout develop, and then I'm gonna git pull origin develop. And I'm going to do remove features. Support fixtures, these cassettes, aren't they? It's been that, and then git checkout. There's some sort of mechanism where failure mode, when or intermittent tests fail, it doesn't update the cassettes. But anyway, so here we are on develop, and then git checkout there and git rebase develop. No, all right, git rebase, and then git merge develop. Subscriptions controller, really? Okay. 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 Git add. Yeah. Commit. I'll just say merge to develop. So we're clean. Let's run the premium features. Yeah. So my slight concern is that, and I the system will not. I don't know. We haven't got like a really good test of this rerouting from PayPal, or at least there may be some differences between that and what we have in the test. Let's go and look at the test. The test that we have is we're in premium, we're in sponsor subscribe self to premium, and that basically we've got this step here, which is a simulation of the PayPal redirect, and it may be, the headers are different and this and the other. I have the sneaking suspicious, maybe is there some way that we can get the PayPal redirects to work properly in authentication with Rails? I sort of assume that it will ultimately be sort of taken care of when we upgrade to using their new JavaScript button. I guess the potential downside here is that somebody could construct a PayPal submission here in the right form, and they could upgrade themselves. At the same time, I would immediately see that. It doesn't feel like something that we have to go absolutely nuts to defend against. I guess it's worth at least doing a quick search here for PayPal redirect authenticate Rails. PayPal API integration. Have we got as a cached version of this? This is let's log in with PayPal. I wonder if anybody else is. We just got. Anybody? Then store and check it. So this is the person who had that. I guess, is there an argument that we should be sending an authenticity token for that form? I mean, we've got what we've got in the view is we've got the, what have we got? We've got our subscriptions and we've got our premium thing. And so there's this form. And I guess when we're looking at this form, so now what I need to have, I've got Puma running there. And what have I got? What have I got running on? I think I'm just running on 3000, aren't I? So let's go there. So thinking about it. What I want to be using subscriptions new. Maybe smaller. So this form Does it? It's a okay. I wonder if there was using a form tag, and it automatically adds an authenticity token. So and am I getting sidetracked here from the? So we've got form action there. So if I could have, if I replaced that with a form tag, can I just pass the URL, and it needs to be blah. Probably break when it, yeah, form tag, Rails form tag. I need to set the, need some examples. The Rails form tag. So we'll do how to post forms. Yeah, I know that. Preventing empty records using. So that's should be like method. We could ask if that will work. Really? What's going on there? We've got some sort of unexpected. Oh, we haven't got an end at the end of it. Right, so that would now need to be. Wrong number of arguments, 1. Okay, here we go. And so now that would give us a form that now has an authenticity token. It's an interesting question. So now for the PayPal, we've got PayPal authenticity token. Authenticity token. Where was the PayPal documentation? And I have that in the waffle board, which I should also, of course, be looking at. So working on PayPal stuff. I have that in here. That's the. But nothing. Can we pass the? I think there's only a limited number of things that we pass through. I mean, that's interesting. I could just see there. I'll do it with the. If I just take that out and reload this. Take the sandbox payment. We've got the buyer. We'll log in. Oh God, can I? I'm going to have all the password apps fighting over my system there. If we agree there. And now we have the redirection. Either potentially this will right. So even with the authenticity token in place, we have to have that, and I also then check that we have that. Yes. Okay. I guess it's right. And then also it's now rather than your card will not be charged, it's like you will not be charged. So we've got this. So you will not be charged. Okay. So there's all of that. But so now what I particularly want to work on here is the sponsoring aspect. And so I'm going to write one here, premium, sponsor other member, subscribe self to premium, sponsor other member feature. So I've got user upgrades for another user from free tier to premium. Right. And basically what we're going to want to have is a different scenario here. So this is via card, via PayPal. And what this involves, if I can log in, well, let me log in as me locally. I think we've got it set up to do that. Yeah, okay. What is it we should be telling people to go to Slack, shouldn't we? Well, but they're not getting invites. Anyway, so if there was a member only, okay, I've only got me locally. So I could rate DB seed, or I could try and pull down copy the production database, which I probably will do now. I was just doing it in export. So basically, we need to do this, and then we need to do this. And then we will need to do. I could have a look. What do and I list? Is it this L like that? We can see we got website one underscore development. So. And just put, okay, BE break DB migrate status. And now if we've got any new well, everything's up. We should in principle be able to see a large number of folks in here now. Okay. So we could take somebody, for example, this one here. So sponsor for premium. So we've got this. So, well, and my thought is that when we click on sponsor for premium, that this should be this one will take us to that premium page, and so subscribe self to premium there. We should be able to pay by PayPal. So there should be a and I click subscribe within the card section. So then we've got right. Okay. So we have this Yes. So in principle, if these are all passing, then our thing will be working. And so this is now the sponsor other members. So we've got the cucumber features, premium sponsor other member feature. So here we go. What's the third one not logged in? That would be when I fill in the card details. No. Right. So it's not seeing the right forms there. Because basically what we want to change it is that, so now if you go to the individual user page, and this is now in our, is it in the summary element at the side? So what we basically want is we need to, like, if you click it, yeah, it needs to be a link. What are we doing here with Premium Plus upgrade? It renders this the Premium Plus upgrade. Hey man, how's it going?
Oh, hey Sam. Good. You're probably busy, but I just was gonna update you. I think we got things pretty straightened out, but
Oh, great.
Alex wants me to kind of map out all my thoughts and know like how everything's gonna work. But it's not real agile. I think I got, we're gonna let it unfold a little bit, but
Sure. Yeah, no, I think that's,
he deserves. I mean, he's kind of right. You need to sometimes.
yeah, well, it's always a balance, isn't it? I mean, you want to be doing a certain amount of mapping and planning, and that there is that point, which is of course subjective, that where you get to, okay, we are starting to spend time planning on things for which we don't, like, there's like a sort of a diminishing returns, isn't there? The
Right.
further out you plan, the more likely it is that something that you discover between then and now actually makes that plan irrelevant. So it's, and everybody's got a different comfort zone for the level of planning, haven't they? So it's that there's sort of a negotiation process.
Yes, I think I can be appropriately vague in the further off stuff.
Yeah,
But
that's right. I mean, I think, I mean, this is the agile thing is all about being vaguer about the further off stuff, but committing to like regularly replanning on some frequency, whether it's weekly or bi-weekly, or as we're trying now to do with the async voter, is like, we're kind of constantly replanning every 6 hours. But it's all an experiment. Yeah, well, that's great. I'm glad that was able to happen. Yeah.
If we were all in a work environment, every couple of weeks we'd do sprints.
Yeah, and other projects do, like Met Plus has done that. I mean, I think depending upon the level of involvement in each, I mean, and if you get some dedicated folks in Redeemify, you can that's entirely up to you guys.
I'll do that.
You could be doing those things in retrospectives. I mean, kind of, yeah. So I think it's always good to do that. I mean, I would love to have, for example, website one to the point where we had, people doing sufficient hours on it that it sort of justified, that level of infrastructure to support it. But yeah, cool. That's great stuff. Well, I'm planning to do another. I'm working on the PayPal stuff.
Oh yeah, I'll let you know.
If you're interested to watch, or
yeah, do you think I could help, or is it just you just want me to watch?
Well, I mean, I'm going to do I probably won't like push it over to you because I've only got like another 25 minutes, but I'm very happy if you want to like hang out and I'll tell you what it is that I'm doing and what I'm struggling with. Then I'm sure often other people's insight is very valuable. What I've just done is I've just checked that the PayPal redirect is still working with some little tweaks that I made, and what I've just done is I've just updated the existing scenarios for sponsoring other members for premium, and change them so that they will, in principle, work for. I include a PayPal one. I mean, I'm not very happy with the. Excuse me. I mean, the scenarios themselves are very imperative, as opposed to declarative. But I'm kind of like, I will come back around on that. I want to like make sure that I can get this all working in order to free up, release more funds, so to speak. So I've just seen those fail, as I would expect. And the main thing, and what we've got here is at the moment, if you come to the individual user pages, you can see the button of sponsor somebody for premium, and at the moment that takes you directly to a Stripe interface. And I'm basically thinking that what we will do instead is we will change that. So we've got our premium, but what I will want is to take the let's see, that instead of, so I've got this is the little form for the user, and depending upon their membership type, it shows them a different kind of button. And I think what I will want to do here is, rather than the premium upgrade here being exactly the Stripe setup, it will need to instead be a little form that is it always a form, or does it need to be? I think it may just be a link, but I'm going to want to take them to, I think, just the subscriptions part. I'm going to want to have them land on this page, just land on subscriptions new, and it will either be, if they're kind of just upgrading themselves, then it's sort of then that's just the page on which they do it. So it just becomes kind of a link to get there. And if they're doing it for sponsoring somebody else, we just need to pass in a parameter to indicate that that's the case. So it's almost not a what is it? I've got this as a Stripe button. I mean, the method I can just do can be get, and it should just be, so it's going to be saying here, right, I've got this.
Can you say for member?
I think what I want is, so I'm going to do exactly what I was doing before here and put those things go. I'm going to, for this stuff, that's all going to, I think, be irrelevant, because that's what, does not let me comment that out. Okay, well, what I'm going to have is that in one case it's upgrade, and the other one it's sponsor.
Right.
In both cases, there, what will happen is it will just be taken to the, we're just going to go to the subscriptions path. We're just going to go there. It's going to be a button that basically links you into the page where you can, as it were, I haven't found the right. The funny thing is with the premium things is because we're a charity, so in some ways you're donating to the charity. At the same time, you're getting benefits, and so customers may be too strong a word, but member. You're calling a member. I mean, people pay membership to be members of charities, and they get benefits. So, all the time. I still haven't worked out what the right terminology for all this is. This, I think, basically can just go. So if I change that like that, then in this page, yeah. So one of the annoying things there is that the button looks so, the button is so nondescript, and that's something that's really been bothering me. What's this button just looks, it's all blue, and it's got shading and just sort of stuff on it. And although it's sort of a distraction, so the button style here, we've got Stripe button -L.
Yeah, Yeah, but that's something to do with Stripe.
Oh, it is. I mean, and I'm
Okay.
totally willing to nick their thing. I mean, I wonder if that was just the problem actually. That it needs to be, it needs to have EL on it. No. I mean, I guess like surely we've got Bootstrap, so surely I should just have Bootstrap button styles. I should just be able to throw a lovely blue button in there. I've got buttons in here. Buttons. There we go. Yeah, like, do they not have?
Very successful. Yeah, they define them differently too.
I mean, it doesn't have to be. I guess I'm just. It looks so nice and shiny. I mean, this one, primary link, primary button LG. I mean, I'm just sort of tempted. Like, let's grab.
Yeah.
If we just grab those styles and slap those in here, will it look? What will it look like? There we go.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I mean that's definitely that's on the way to being. It's the noticeability that I'm particularly keen on. And I don't know. Is it my imagination? I feel like this feels like it's a bit close to the button. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I kind of want. I mean, I would like. I do like that lovely. Although as well, I wonder as well. Is there a?
We had that problem before with Michael.
Right. Yeah. I mean, this is one of the situations where I kind of want to put like just a tiny bit of padding on the button to kind of give it its own space. And of course, what I'm tempted to do is just put in like a style here and say something on like the pattern on margin 5 pixels or something. And this is it's supposed to be like terribly bad form for and that's, can I do it like that? Because I'm kind of hard coding my CSS into there, and I should be sticking it in. Oh no, that's not what I wanted to do. No. Let's just see. There you go.
That's a little better. Yeah.
That's just a little bit of I'm almost like, but that thing that Stripe achieves there, what they do. So if we do HTML buttons, there's a word for it. They've got like color blend or something where it sort of goes from one color to another. Is this the kind of thing that I'm looking for here? Like the you know what I mean? Like in this thing here,
colors.
And but both of them have got things that it's making it look like the button actually stands out, like it's kind of a clickable.
Well, it's
thing.
Shaded.
Yeah, there's some sort of shading on there.
Is it not an image?
I don't think it's an image. I think it's just a CSS shading thing. It's interesting to me that the Bootstrap doesn't actually support that. Can we do Bootstrap button? Go on.
Shaded buttons.
Oh, there you go. There's one with like a little bit of shading on the middle there. Sharp buttons, gradient buttons. Yeah, that's all a bit nuts, isn't it? I mean, I'm kind of getting a bit. This is someone's.
That one looked nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's got a.
It's not. It's still. Oh, there's gradient and there's raised. See, like if these were just download the button pack. I mean, I think that's going to be a separate. I can't really justify, spending that much time on the buttons, but what percentage of other people? So I think that's kind of a reasonable thing there. And so that sponsor for premium will now So I think that it has to have the plan name. Or it's not. Oh, it's new, isn't it? Is it? It's post. Is it post? No. Yes. And it's going to subscriptions. Oh, and that's just gone straight there. And it's posted, and it's made him a member. Oh no, I've broken it now. Oh no. No, they haven't. Let's look at the roots. So the roots. I want to be hitting subscriptions create, which I thought. Okay, Oh, subscriptions. I want to hit subscriptions create.
Post.
And that is, it's post subscription, so that should there. What it seems to have done is it seems to have gone straight through. I'm a little bit surprised about that. Let's just go and have a look at what the form is. So the form is going to subscriptions. I want subscriptions new, of course, don't I? Not create. So it's get a new subscription is what we want. So it should be get
New
and new subscription path. And then, oh really? New subscription. Okay, new subscription, singular. Oops. Okay, yes. So it will now land here. So this will get that gets us a good part of the way. I'm just going to come in here, and I'm irritated about the way this is nested now, and it's not as dry as it might be, because basically what we want to say here is we want to set the button text to be equal to something or other things. Let's just have that as a variable. If I did, can I even have that as a, I wonder if I can just even have that as a local variable, or does it have to be an instance variable? Percentage, like, and I mean, it's a, you know, really this logic should be all be pushed out into somewhere else. It's just, anyway, at least we're, this was the logic that we had in the page before, and there now, if we put their button text and we take that out and we do this, then I'll go on. Okay. And it's complaining about, oh, I'm going to end on that. This is, I've got logic in my view, which is bad. I know it's bad. Let's go back to this page. Okay, so this should still work. So we've got their sponsor for premium. It then takes us to this. So the critical thing that we also need for this tag, if we're sending it through, is we need to send in some indication of who we're trying to sponsor. I guess if we run, if I focus specifically on the PayPal feature, which is in here on line 28. If we go and look at the controller, so subscription controller, so new, at the moment it will render the plan name, which by default goes to premium, and that's fine. What we need to be doing now is basically, if you're coming in as a sponsored user, then that's on a different thing. Right, so the way we've been doing this in the past is we were kind of leaving you on that page. So we kind of need to have something to indicate that there's the sponsored user in. Now let's get rid of some of these other bits and pieces we don't need. That's the summary thing. That's all fine. We're not worried about that at the moment. I lost. That one is the one we're going to want to change, but premium first upgrade stays the same. I think what I'm also going to do, just because I'm thinking about it, is that yeah, the premium plus, that's premium plus and premium upgrade there, is I'm just going to copy in that style into here, because that's just it's been bugging me that looks so ugly there. That's me stupidly getting distracted, really. That should maybe be a separate ticket for someone else to work on, but anyway. So this is the premium upgrade. At this point, we need like a hidden. Oh, go on. We need a hidden tag here. I mean, I guess I could. I shouldn't switch it on the button text, should I?
I can say, but no.
Yeah, I mean, this is. Let's put in here and call this is type. I mean, it's sort of basically either it's a sponsor or self. So I then. So in this context, this is upgrade. So this is type equals self, and then here this will be just going nuts with the indenting, isn't it? And that will be sponsor. I guess what it is actually, what I should really be doing in here is putting in the presenter.user.id. Just call it the user ID. And actually, yeah, I don't even need these, do I? Yeah, I should just put the. Come on. Gosh. I should put the. Let's have a user ID which comes in. I guess there's almost an argument for saying that we should be changing the route so that when we do subscriptions, we would do the subscription for the user, like we would have subscriptions new, and we might have like user like this. Do a nested route, but I feel like that's a improvement for the future rather than something to do immediately. So what we've got now is, if it comes in, we've got the user ID, and so we've got this question of, is the incoming user ID the same as the current user? And I guess I mean, this could be pulled out into the, I think, but don't get distracted. Subscriptions controller here. So now in this is new, we kind of want to ask the like we can set. It's kind of, we basically got, there's a params user ID. And so we've got this question of, I think we could get like, there's upgrade, two things here, upgrade user is equal to this. And then we've also got question of, is this sponsorship? And the answer is, it's sponsorship if the upgrade user is equal to the current user. I'm going to try ID. We've kind of got I think the better way to do this is it's still not very confident. I can do current user and upgrade user is equal to current. I use it like that. I mean, this is the thing that Abdi, I think, ultimately is wanting to get us to get away from, so that we know that the thing is coming in. The problem is this is the devise thing, and they haven't used the null object pattern. So what we've, sorry, go on. You want to ask a question?
No, I was just going to suggest something like that.
So now, instead of premium upgrade, which I'm going to plus, we don't care about. We've got, this is the, I think this one. So we've now got how this is supposed to, this will change. So we've got Agile Ventures Premium Membership. So basically this will say, we've got a series of potential changes. So this is Agile Ventures Premium Sponsorship. So I've kind of got in here, I mean, I'm going to do this messily the first way around because I want to focus on what the changes are, and then ultimately I will refactor it to pull it all back out. But so we've got the question there. So sponsorship, question mark. And then the answer is that this should be, that's going to be sponsorship, like so. So in the default situation, if we're just landing on this page, that should just say membership. But now if we come to it from here, and I'm, oops, oh, hidden tag. So premium upgrade, hidden tag? No, really? Can we ask here, Rails form helpers hidden? How do we, form helper, Control F, hidden.
Type equals.
Hidden field. Okay, all right. If you want it to be a field. Okay, so then we go sponsor premium to here, and that still says premium membership, which I was surprised about. Let's go back here. What should be happening now with this form is we have a hidden interesting. It's done name and it hasn't done I had sort of assumed that it would do name and value. It's done something different. That's weird. Okay, so it's it's kind of, it's dynamically creating. Oh, it's not quite what I want, is it? I don't really want it. It's trying to be too clever. Oh, you annoying thing. Yeah, I mean, it's sort of, I guess it's all getting set up for the idea that I've attached the user to the subscription thing, and then when we're going to hit save, it's going to end up creating and detaching the objects, and it's, but of course there's a payment gateway in the way, so it doesn't quite work like that. So I think I'm going to go in here and just take the HTML, is it the one that I want, and stick it in here and say, look, I'll just have specifically what I want, which is name and then value. And I'll take the presenter user ID thing and stick that in there. Like so. Now, what are you complaining about? Can I just not have... Can I just... Oh, is there not a simpler way to just do a simple hidden tag in a...
You ever use data dash tags?
I have used the data ones. I'm not sure that that would necessarily achieve what I want. I kind of... I guess the question that I have here is about mix HTML and form tags. Because I just, you know, I don't want the help. HTML form with mixed input tags. This is Rails. Rails custom HTML. Okay, it just says use content tag. Yeah, okay. So probably what I should do here is go back and just call and do content tag, and then I just do content tag hidden and do that. What is it complaining about now? Why are you complaining? What? Unexpected. Oh, it's because I'm missing that. Maybe that was what the problem was with the previous ones. Anyway, let's come back over here. That's not the right page. No, that's I want this page. You know, like content. What does content tag have to have? Oh, what a pain. Someone's telling me about content tag input, label name, class, my class, data, name. No, you can write simply write HTML. I think maybe I was getting confused about that problem there. I just want. Oh God, you. Oh.
Control Z. Oh,
I think maybe the problem was I just accidentally deleted that element there, and so I just take this. Oh, damn it. Put that in here and put this one. Yeah, that should please work. Yeah, okay. And now here. Okay, it still didn't. I've done that. I guess it's because I'm doing. Is it because I'm doing a get there that it's just failing to generate the inspect? Let's have a look. So we've got our hidden name and ID. Oh, it's not supposed to be ID. It's supposed to be value. Okay. Okay. So that's now user ID and value. Yeah, there you go. Now the user ID comes through. Okay. So I'd still hope that membership was going to change to sponsorship. So what should be happening? Subscription controller. We've got a params user ID. I'm just going to use bybug there. Can I relet? That's not going to have any effect there, or it might. Yeah, and then I can go and look at this on the, and here, so we just look at the params coming in. It's got user ID. Okay, and then I guess, right. So actually the logic here is, so if, like, in principle, it can still be a sponsorship even if you haven't got a current user element. So I think actually what needs to happen here is that basically if we've got it's kind of upgrade user, and then we say and I think it might actually need to be the current user ID is not equal to upgrade user. But it's the current. I mean, that's really. I mean, the upgrade user is. We'll check that it's not nil for a start. I guess I'm just going to end up doing this. I feel that there's a different mental level that could be achieved that would allow me to write cleaner code from the get-go. Let's hit on the debugger again. But so now, oops. Yes, Agile Ventures Premium sponsorship. And I guess also that link will need to change. But okay. Yeah, so we're getting to the place that I want to be. Approximately, which now comes in here. And so this further details, I mean, it's almost that there's different things that we should be, I almost feel like there should be two different pages that we should render. I'll maybe go that way. I mean, the further details should be on the sponsorship. Well, the price for premium was a membership sponsorship. I mean, obviously that can be extracted into a helper. And then, so the key thing, what's it going to be now? How did this all work previously? We had the sponsorship thing comes in. We've got this is the thing, we ask, is it a sponsored user? And basically we have this check here about user is present and then current user not equal to @user. I'm okay, right, and we've got a detect user operation here which is doing all of it by slug. So, and I think I've just deleted it, but how are we doing it? Basically we're set up, aren't we? Yeah, we're set up here for the item number, okay, in the premium to be so if we're loading here, basically it's, yeah, it now becomes, rather than the current user there, it's do we have an upgrade user? So this will allow the item number that comes back from the PayPal thing, in principle, to be the particular user that we want to upgrade, or that we want to sponsor, or it will be ourselves. No, gosh, no, there's awful logic here. Oh gosh, yep, I'm gonna have to break for lunch in a minute because I can tell my blood sugar's dropping and I'm not going to be able to fix this in time. I think we're moving in the right direction. There's just, well, this is a situation where the many different regression tests that we have will help us stay on track. So then there's that change here in that data description. So I'm going to have to just to look up what we had previously. It's dangerous deleting stuff all the time. Is to have to go look back. So what do we have? We have the app, we have the view, we have it's not used, is it is users. So the existing premium upgrade, yeah, we basically had that. Okay, there we go. And we adjusted, so that with Stripe it will just pass that on, and then we've got the data label. So that kind of goes in here, and so we have user there, and that would be the upgrade user, which I've just got as the ID at the moment. Okay, which is going to screw up because it needs to be consistent use for the slug and this, that, and the other. And then the data label, we kind of need the same thing about the data label here. So this is going to be if, I always wonder is, no, it's got to be at sponsorship. So if, unless, okay, and then that data label needs to change. Interesting question, when you have a file like, and it's got all these individual changes, is like, should we make two files, or you know, which aspects should we dry out? I mean, there's almost like, we can see there's kind of like a little data model in there that, depending upon whether it's sponsorship or membership, that we kind of, we want to be able to, rather than having all of these checks, this is the same kind of problem I was talking about that we have actually throughout the controller file now, is the controller file is doing all these checks against PayPal and not. And whenever we see a pattern of those in lots of places, that suggests that we could have, you know, an instance of something that we pass in, and then we would interrogate it, and it will know whether there's the sponsorship. Where we just sort of pull, I'll do that in a minute, or I'll do that after lunch. But so that's there. Now, in principle, there, the and with the exception that really this should all be slug instead of ID. Which I can probably, this is pretty much here. So present it, just turn that into slug like that. This would give us probably broken in places. Let me just return this. So now this button will give us, yeah, the user, it's the slug rather than the user ID. But the sponsor premium would land here. And so now, right, and so the PayPal form will have, is that the whole PayPal form there? That's the form. The PayPal form will have, yeah, the item number as the person that's being then that's changed to sponsor premium. Now, actually, with the PayPal, we can't change the name of the button. It's still going to say subscribe there, which I don't think we could do anything about. Or can we? Well, it's an image, and I think it has to be that. It has to be that. It's an image, and I think if we change even like where it comes from, then it's and then this one, I mean, PayPal do have like a JavaScript button that we can upgrade to. So now in this form action is going to have the user in there as Bishop Butter, and so I mean, I guess the other we've got get premium, Control F, get. Where does it get premium? Yeah, well, let's leave that for the moment. So then, ultimately, if we did the thing now, so sponsored user will need to detect sponsored user at is user detect user will come in. Yeah, so okay, so now in principle that will actually all work, although my test is in a strange place because the test is relying upon this step here, that PayPal updates our endpoint, but I think it's got like not logged in as the, what have we got, item number not logged in. So this, and you can see how these can be dried out with end up from after sponsoring Alice. There we go. And then what we would want to know is about this. What have we got first? It's Alice Jones. I think that's going to be turned into like, oh, don't do that. That's going to be turned into Alice-Jones. And so I think I'm going to run the test there and probably see it fail. But I think I'm going to call that lunch, because I've kind of sketched out in my mind all the places through the app that it needs to go. I mean, if it does fail, it's tempting to sort of dive in and see what goes wrong, you know, and sort of hack that finish. There we go. Yeah, so it hasn't shown the right test there. So there's some way in which that hasn't done what I quite expected. But I think, you know, it's sort of in the right place. I mean, the things that I anticipate are that, you know, the standalone page may now do strange things. I mean, there's bits of business logic I've got scattered throughout it, but I mean, this is my, I've got those tests to run to help me with that. This is sort of my style, is I kind of want to see the broad stroke of getting it through and then refactor out the business logic, you know, after the fact, because I don't trust myself in trying to anticipate what all of the business logic is, if you know what I mean, or the way in which Rails will use the business logic.
Looks good.
There we go. And I'll see if I can finish this up today. All right, I'm going to go head to lunch. Yeah, great work on Redeemify. It'd be lovely to see some of the different folks who are expressing interest stick around and see it move forward.
Yeah. Okay.
Cool. All right.
Yeah.
Bye for now.
Okay,
Cheers.
bye.